All right, guys, welcome in. Deck of the week. We're getting back into community deck build that we did over in the Discord. It's going to be pretty great. I urge you guys to join the Discord if you're into Magic the Gathering. Submit one of your deck lists so you can be featured on the show. This was a community build we did together of an upcoming Duskmourn card, the Jolly Balloon Man, and I'm really proud to show it off to you. Without further ado, let's get into the damn thing, shall we? Boom. All right, guys, so this is a weird card. I thought it was originally, it's a clown creature. It's a human creature type. It's a clown. I originally thought this was a reference, and maybe there's in Duskmourn going to be multiple references to it. But we shout out to Mello in Packboys Nation and a fellow streamer. We were deliberating and we think that this card is more a Junji Ito reference because it makes balloons out of people's faces. I can switch to printing so you can see what I'm talking about. But anyways, it blows up people's faces and turns them into balloons, which is basically what what happened in Junji Ito. And I was kind of saying, well, it's a clown, so it's making balloons, and you know, the scene in the bank with the balloons, the blood plops, the blood plops. We kind of think that's going to be it, but I saw another card in Duskmourn, and I'm kind of sidetracking here, that looks more like it, and this kind of seems more like the Junji Ito reference. So I will submit, Mello, fellow collaborator on the deck, I will submit. You are correct there. And guys, if you could please follow. They are a streamer. They stream horror games. Mellotopia on Twitch. One of our great friends. It's M3LLOTOPIA. Thank you for lurks. Now, let's get into the build. So his ability is he's a 3-drop, 1/4 body with haste. So you could use his abilities right away. You could pay 1, tap him down, create a creature token that's a copy of another target creature you control. Except it's going to be a 1/1 red balloon creature in addition to its other colors and types. It will have flying since it's a balloon, 99 red balloons, guys. It'll have haste so you could use it right away. Sack it at the beginning of the next end step, activate only as a sorcery. What up, Yoda? Now, we did this build as I wanted to kind of do this as a community budget build for the Discord, so anyone who's a part of our community can look and reference this in the deck list section and build this. But it did come out to be $300, like maybe $300, $400. You could probably budget this a bit down lower, but because it's in red and white, we all kind of realized like you want to go broken with this, but no matter what you choose on a budget, the big name cards are just always going to be expensive. Aurelia. Perforos was originally in this build. He might still be, seems not. Just getting that multiple ETBs. We have Kiki Jiki, who's going to just do copies on top of copies. And my goal with this was ignore Legends rule, so you could find a way to copy your cards that are legendary, but also copy him so you can get like double up on the effects. Yoda, get in here, bro. If you want to get in the voice chat, we're doing the segment. I'm going over the community deck build. I'm in the Discord right now. So basically, that was kind of our goal with the creatures. Dan in the Discord, who is a fellow feature on Deck of the Week, he was going crazy with Aven Mind Sensor. If an opponent would search their library, that player searches the top 4 cards of their library instead. So it's kind of funny when you get 2 to 3 copies of that on the board with Jolly Balloon Man, or if you get like an extra Jolly Balloon Man copy, have the legendary creature rule ignored through your artifacts such as Helm of the Host and Mirror Box, or as well as Kadric Soul Kindler. Legend rule doesn't apply to creatures you control, and you could also create tokens for your legendary creatures when they ETB. Canoptic Scarab Swarm was a card that Mello recommended. I thought it was really funny. When it enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. For each artifact or land card exiled this way, get a 1/1 insect creature token with flying. So if you copy this card, you can hit multiple graveyards. It's kind of funny. It's kind of multiple opponent search hate, multiple opponent graveyard hate. Get double combat situations going on. Chandra's Incinerator is really interesting. This is a core set card, but it is real kind of a big card. Costs X less to cast, where X is total amount of non-combat damage dealt to your opponents this turn. And sorry, I'm reading this from such a small far away. I need glasses. When a source you control would deal non-combat damage to opponent, Chandra's Incinerator deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker that player controls. So if we're doubling up on some of our like ping effects, and we have a Chandra, we could double up on Chandra's Incinerator as well. You kind of see where I'm going. We're going to be doing multiple dumb things. So some familiar faces like Nelly Borka and Pia Nalar working with the Kiki Jiki. Kazul, Tyrant of Cliffs, just getting him as copy is really funny. So our creature base and our artifact base is kind of already doing us good things. Sundial the Infinite is also a must search for card. That way you could end the turn right away without and that will get rid of the sack ability on our Jolly Balloon Man. So that's kind of a cheating out clause with that, which I thought was really cool. Dan said was needed. I believe we have an infinite combo with Astronaut's Altar being in here. Don't quote me, but I forget that if we do. We have just a nice cheap instant package that's just going to protect us. Chaos Warp. Deflecting Palm, shout out Kiyoshi. Me and him were on the same big brain move. We were thinking this card. This is one of my favorite defensive cards in white and red. Kiyoshi also recommended Rootborn Defenses since we're going to have tokens. A good populate card that also protects us is going to be good. And then, of course, your Path and your Swords to Plowshares. Everybody Lives is also a very interesting card. It's a Doctor Who instant. All creatures gain hexproof, indestructible until end of turn. Players gain hexproof until end of turn. Players can't lose life this turn. Players can't lose the game or win the game until end of turn. So that's pretty interesting. And then our Blasphemous Act, Vandal Blast. Typical defensive things you'll see here. We just kind of jammed in. The enchantments were really nice. They're just going to be more playing towards our tokens, board defense, and then just any of our combos with like Kiki Jiki and doing direct ping. Our lands are just basic lands. We just need to get the colors out, do the damn thing, hit the damn cards, play the damn cards. Really get to a situation where we need Sundial of the Infinite and our artifacts that get rid of the legend rule, and even if we can't get to the legend rule, it's kind of just an extra bonus. Sundial of the Infinite at the very least, our commander, and then one of these couple of cards. Now we do have some cheap cards for just draw and mana purposes, which Mellow added, which I thought were really nice. Mother of Runes is also good cheap entry, and then Esper Sentinel as well for draw cheap entry. Now, that's really the build. It's just a simple, quick red-white deck. No matter how you build it, if you're trying to do something fun with this build, you're gonna have to put money in. I think you could realistically budget it down to 100, but that's gonna mean you're gonna have to take out like Aurelia, Drannith Magistrate, really tune into the more $2 penny cards than our like $1, $20 cards. Nesting Dovehawk already is giving us so much price. So there are some budgets you could really consider on this build. We're just doing a fun, keep players engaged, and how can we share this with the community. So a lot of community members, even if they weren't there on the stream, did contribute to this build and even post-build. If you're in the Discord, it will be in the thread in Magic the Gathering chat, community deck build. And as well, in Magic the Gathering deck submissions, the deck build is there as well. We're going to do a quick play test. Then we'll move on out. Good spread all around. I'm surprised we have more white than red going on, but whatever. Our hand, this is a pretty decent hand. We could play test it. I'm not too worried about it. We can go first, since it's commander, we're going to draw. We'll turn one. Then we'll Wayfarer's Bauble. Going to turn two. Already get into a land. I could Drannith Magistrate and be annoying already, but I'm just going to crack Wayfarer's Bauble, search the library for basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. I'm just gonna pull out planes, move to battlefield, close and shuffle. Just come and tap. Next turn, we're gonna get into another land. I'm gonna play this mirror. We could add white to our mana pool. It's pretty decent. Already, we could play our commander. I don't really see a point. We could maybe set up even with Romana for 4. Just leave that as a blocker and take whatever punishment we get coming to us. Play our commander. Now, we could create a tap token that's a copy of target creature token that entered the battlefield this turn. We don't have a way to break the legend rule just yet. So I played my commander for this much. We could play Dranath Magistrate. Not really worry about anything, kind of a whiff on our commander for right now, but I still think it's good. Add 1 mana of any color, we get a mana rock. Probably do for 4 this. Legend rule doesn't apply. Tap 1 for her, create a token of him. Tap 1 on him, create a token of Dranath. And then we have a token copy of him. Technically, she's tapped. Technically, he's tapped. Technically, we have a token. Now, I'm just go fishing this, guys, so I'm just kind of going off the top of my dome. And all these lands and all these things will be tapped. So we have double stacked Dranath. We're already on turn 4. Maybe even turn 3, I think, since we got the Wayfarer's Bauble. Sorry, turn 4, actually. And we kind of have a pretty decent board state. So that is just a community build. I know it's kind of weird doing a whole deck test like these, but I like doing these for the sake of the segment, just so you see the build. And we can go back and do another hand real quick. See, getting good mana in hand, Swords of Plowshares, our sneak attack. We could try playtesting this. Draw into a new thing, play a new hand. Draw, sorry, I skipped 2 turns, play this. Turn 3. Priest enters, we get 3 mana. Probably pay 2, just set up ourselves. Get in turn 4, play a land. Probably play Pia, so then we can do our Thopter tokens on Skull Clamp, and then you know the drill, guys. We're gonna be set up. We have a good hand. We can play our commander, start copying Pia, maybe get into a situation where we Skull Clamp and draw. And that's basically what we're doing every single time. We're just making balloons when we get the chance. And even if you can't do it to multiple creatures, just doing it to 1 is just good enough. I especially liked in the playtest that we did a couple of playtests. Shout out Dan Oria Urza in our Discord. He got the 2 playtests. He got Aven Mind Sensor, Sundial of the Infinite type situation. So like I said, there's multiple routes you can do with this. This is our community deck build, our first one. Hopefully we can do more. Wasn't my idea. A community member came up to me and offered if we could do this all together. So I want to again thank the Magic the Gathering division of the Pack Boys Nation for always being there, keeping my mind going, and also having your wheels turning too. Hopefully we all can inspire each other and be one community, one unit, one love. Now, that was a deck test. I know it's all sporadic, but we're just getting our feet back in it all for the Deck of the Week segment. Really appreciate y'all. The deck will be listed in the description. Let me know what you guys think. As always, Smoke Packs signing off.